The G-Wade Podcast with Deacon Dirty.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy G-Wade holding it down, G-Wade Podcast, and I'm kicking it alongside with my man Deacon
Dirty.
And we got a very special guest on the pod, on the show today. I would say I met about a week ago, but I think it's probably been about a month now. The very talented, anointed Nikea Marie. What's up, man?
What's going on? How are you?
Chilling. I appreciate you taking the time out to kick it with us right here on the show.
Absolutely. I'm so grateful to be here.
That's what's up. You know, I'm looking at your colors back there. I'm a little thrilled because one of our studios is that color. And I'm like, is she here? You know, that is the color of our walls right there.
No, y'all trying to be like me. It's okay.
Hey, we growing up. We growing up around here. You know what I'm saying?
I love it. Yeah.
That's what's up. So I met you. I met you unofficially through a couple of podcasts that tape here at WadeWorksStudios. But then I officially met you at the Spin Awards.
Yes.
When I walked in that Friday night, you were already on the stage killing the mic. And I was like, I remember saying to myself, because we were walking down, and I remember saying to myself, I don't know who she is, but she's killing it right now.
Period. It's like, no.
That part, you know what I'm saying?
Like, no, it was dope. I had a great time, and it was a lot of pressure because so much talent in the room. I was like, oh gosh. And then it was a lot of rappers. I'm like, I don't rap, but I was just grateful to be there, you know, to be in the room. So a lot of pressure, man. It was a lot of pressure. No,
you did your thing. You held it down. And of course, by the time I sat down, he was like, all right, thank y'all. God bless you. Good night. I was like, dang, I ain't even really get to hear the song. You know what I'm saying?
I know. It was like a lot going on. So,
right.
It was a great time though. It was a great time.
But that was good. Yeah. So let's back it up. We're gonna move through it quickly because I know your time is limited. So we'll move through this quickly.
Okay.
So the DMV. Now you know me because we hung out the night you were here. And you know, I tell people when people say, where you from? I say, I'm DC all day. You know, that's my words all the time. I'm DC all day. Yeah. And you from the DMV. Now I know when you're not from DC, you don't say, when you're from DC, you don't say DMV, you just say DC. Yes,
you just say
when people
DC.
Are from everywhere else, they say DMV. So you are from where? But you're actually from DC.
I was born in DC. I was there for a good probably a couple months, but I'm a faker. But I've been everywhere in DMV. I've been in DC. I've been in Maryland, and now I'm in Virginia. So I'm in Woodbridge. Yeah, I'm in Woodbridge, Virginia, which isn't far from DC.
Right.
But you have to. DC is like the mark we tell everybody because they're like, "What is Woodbridge?" So,
tell them they got to cross that bridge. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got to cross that bridge. But we got to cross cool that bridge. Yeah,
that's what's up. So you are an artist, and I want to get a little bit of your story because I know we got to move kind of through it, but I want to get a little bit of your backstory. When did you start singing? When did you know that you had the gift? Well, I shouldn't air quote. When you had the gift.
Oh man, I would say probably when I was 5 or 6, you know, I just loved music, and a lot of it stemmed from my father because he was a musician, and he would take me everywhere. He used to play with Eddie Kendricks from the Temptations. They traveled and he played in the band, and so he would just take me with him when he got saved and became a pastor. He then started playing at everybody's church. So I just, you know, I was just always in music, and I just loved how it made people feel. I love to see people, you know, shouting and just
right.
And just feeling like their whole moods changed, and just to see how just the anointing of just the power of how music made people feel. I was like, I want to be a part of it. So I was 5 years old, and I said, I want to be a singer. So my dad, he just kind of took me everywhere with him, and I just grew up in church and music, and it's been my thing. I love it.
That's what's up. So always, I guess, a church, well, not a church artist, a gospel artist, always singing in the church. But was there ever a time when you said, you know what, I think R&B is calling my name?
Man, I think that my parents blocked those calls. Because,
hello?
Right. They was like, no, she's not doing any of that. Right. You know.
Oh, that's funny.
I don't think I had even an opportunity to make a decision to do R&B. That was not a choice. That was not something that they would even allow. So I didn't even think about it because I was always in gospel. That was kind of how they kept me going. And so I would sneak to my friend's house just to listen to R&B because I was just like, who? Oh, Brandy. And I just loved Brandy. That was my favorite. So I would just go over there and just listen to Brandy. And I loved mixing the gospel and R&B flavor.
Right.
You know, I do that, but I never had that desire to cross over as a, R&B artist, but I wanted to bring that to gospel though. Okay. That was something I did do. I love the style and the sound of R&B.
Right. That's what's up.
Yeah.
And you mentioned Brandy. I understand that you kind of affectionately known as the gospel Brandy.
That's what they say. That's what they say.
Who has said that?
Who said that? Yes, that's what they say. I love her style. I just love her, individually as a person, an artist. I love just even how she was just, unique in her own way. She wasn't out here trying to be raunchy. She was, she was classy. I just loved her whole vibe. So yeah, I'm a Brandy fan. Okay. So that is a compliment when people say that I'm a gospel Brandy. I'm just like, oh, thank you. So
that's what's up.
That's a blessing.
I was listening to I'm gonna back it up just a little bit. I was listening to your, is it your first project, Purpose and Mission?
You should not listen to that.
hey, I'm gonna say this to you, like I used to tell artists I used to work with, and they would say, oh man, that's my old music. And I would tell them, listen, don't ever say that's your old music because you put that in people's mind. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
just tell them it's it could be your first project, whatever, but don't tell it, don't taint the music is what I'm saying.
That's
you know what I mean? Don't taint their minds, rather. So that's a good project. Let's go with that.
Oh yeah, it's a season project, but no, it was definitely a project I did in honor of my mom because she passed away, and it's called Purpose and Mission because her name was Pam, which is P-A-M. I'm very creative in that way, but yeah, it was just songs that I was just dealing with her passing and my life and where it was at that time. You have a budget, low quality, but it's okay. It was about the message and getting the music heard. But yeah, that project was special to me. It is still special to me because of, my mom. I wasn't trying to be an industry artist. I just wanted to put my feelings out there in music. So that was kind of what it was. So yeah, people was like, oh, I heard that doesn't sound anything like this song. I'm like, yeah, it wasn't it wasn't the same. It's something different, but it's great music on there though.
Yeah, absolutely.
What song did you hear Unstoppable or something?
That's the one I was just getting ready to mention.
Yes. Okay. You like that one?
That's the joint right there. I'm feeling that. Yeah.
That's everybody's song is Unstoppable, but that's my favorite one too. I like acoustic sounds. Like I love music, just any music, but acoustic and all that is great. So yeah, that's one of my favorite songs from the album is Unstoppable.
Okay. I'm glad you said that because I'm kind of sidebarring for just a moment. There's something I'm going to be working on soon.
Okay.
At WadeWorksStudios, and I can't get all into it, but I'm going to have you come back, come back down to Atlanta so that you can perform at it. I'll keep you posted because you mentioned acoustic, and that's the kind of vibe. So, but I'll keep you posted. You know what I'm saying?
Please, I love that. Yes, I will be there.
That's what's
in
up.
a heartbeat.
I appreciate it. Now you mentioned your mom, and that she had passed away, and you dedicated the project to her. But she was also like your manager. She was kind of like your momager.
Yeah, my momager. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. And that I guess after her whole thing was, hey, you come and be the artist, and I'll take care of the rest.
Absolutely.
So and I guess after she passed, it kind of had you in the I'm the artist. I don't do all this.
I don't know
networking
anything.
thing.
Yeah. I'm clueless to this world out here of industry. And I was swallowed. I mean, I literally got swallowed up really bad. After she passed away. I lost a lot of money, you know, just trying to find my footing again. And so I just quit for a couple years because I just said, I need to find the right people to really help me because I didn't know anything. And, you know, I'm not saying the industry is just all bad, but there are some people that do prey on us that don't know anything about anything. We put, you know, we're like, oh, okay, I just put this money out and they promise things that don't happen. And it's, it was hurtful. I was, you know, broke trying to chase a dream that I didn't have a clue. So that was a trying time in my life. Just learning hard lessons and, you know, growing from them. And then the song coming, I Believe in Me, from that whole scenario as well, because I did lose faith in myself and I lost that thing inside of me that believed in who I was, because I was getting so many bad, so much bad was happening. I was just like, I don't believe in this anymore. So I started singing. I just started singing in churches and doing leading praise and worship. And that was about it. I just enjoyed that season. But it was a lot. So for me to be back here is a blessing, and God really sending me the right people. That was my prayer. That you would send me the people that have first his heart and that also have integrity, and people that do believe in what you're doing and not try to make you be the next, because I'm like, I'm not going to be or do it this way. And so, you know, people didn't like that either about me, that I was very true to who I was. So, so yeah.
Did you, in that, you said you lost belief in yourself and everything. Did you kind of get discouraged with the industry? Did you say, you know what, I'm cool with this?
Yeah, I did. I did do that. I said, I don't want to do this anymore. And then social media became so major, and I saw people just exploding on social media and just getting so much attention. I was just like, okay, this is something new. So I was, you know, inquisitive, like, how can I do this? And, you know, while you're trying to figure it out, just people and things just started falling into place. And, you know, I'm giving it another chance, and it's been doing well. You know, it's been a great progress so far. And with the new project that I do have coming out, I do believe it's going to be a game changer. So I'm really excited about that. And I did it all during COVID, so it's exciting.
Oh, that's what's up. Are there any collabos on it, or can you tell us any producers on the project?
Yeah, I have some. I'm always that chick that's always for the underdogs. I don't, you know, I'm always like, I want to give those talented people that people don't know. I always want to do that. So this one girl named is Patrice Anderson. Her rap name is Treese. She's amazing. She's out of the DMV area, but she actually remixed I Believe in Me. She has a crazy rhymes on there. Okay. And then I work with some amazing producers. One is named Black Mock. He's out of Waldorf. Another guy's name is James Harris. He's out of Baltimore. And another guy his name is Top, and he's out of Baltimore as well. And they are phenomenal producers that I just loved. And I think when people hear this stuff, they're gonna get some noise happening for them. It's amazing.
What's the vibe of the project? Because I know the song I Believe has this. It's a combination of sound. You blended it well with it has your pop feel, has your R&B feel, your gospel feel. It's inspirational. You know, what's the vibe? Does the vibe follow suit with that, or?
Absolutely. I have R&B vibe in there as well. I'm doing some opera.
All right.
I'm doing some opera.
Pavarotti up in here. You know what I'm saying?
It's a nice little gumbo, but I'm telling you, it just blends so well. You know, the songs are very real. yeah, the songs are real. You know, I'm talking about one song I wrote called No More, and it's talking about the killings going on. And it's like, it's no more time for our Black men dying, and no more time for, you know, men leaving their families and breaking up home, all of that. It's an amazing project. So I'm excited about it.
Oh, that's what's up. When can we expect that project?
Hopefully top of the year. If all goes well, yes. If all goes well, top of the year, or the mid of the year. We'll see how it plays out. But that's my goal. But my team might have a different goal. They change my goals a lot. So you know, like I said, I'm just the artist, so they know. You know, sometimes you have to know when to put something out. So I might want it to come, and they might say no. You know, you need to push it back because we don't want to compete with Kanye's album if he wants to drop one. If he's gonna drop an album top of the year, I'm not dropping mine out.
I think Kanye had a couple of people push their release dates back too. I think
so.
It's possible. I feel you.
Yes, I'm gonna just see what happens.
I hear you did some kind of work or performed or something with the Real Housewives of New Jersey.
What you mean?
Well, you had some kind of event. You did some event with.
Yes, I did. Okay, I was like, was I on that show?
Where was I?
Are you prophesying? You see the future.
Right.
Okay. No, they had a big event in Maryland, and it was one of the ladies from the Real Housewives of New Jersey was there, and a couple of other women. One was a basketball wife of somebody. I don't remember. Don't judge me. I apologize, sis. But yes, they did a really great women's empowering event. And it was so great. And I performed there, connected with some amazing women there that are making just impactful noise and a difference. And that's what I want to do. I want to come outside of the four walls. You know, I want to bring, you know, I want to take it everywhere. And that's always been a dream of mine, is just to take the good news outside of the four walls. So for me, I was just so grateful for the opportunity, and even more coming. So yeah.
you know, speaking of Housewives of New Jersey, could you see yourself on a reality show?
Oh God, you know,
like the Housewives of Potomac.
Oh Lord, you know, I don't know. I definitely could see myself having a reality show of just my family, because we're crazy. You know, my family, we're just fun. We love to have fun. You know, we're a unique family. We do things, you know, differently. I have my husband, and I have two boys, and we knew each other since we were little children. So our parents were really close friends. So that alone, that, you know, we've been knowing each other since we were years old. And now to be married with children, and then my sister and her husband, they've known each other since they were 11. So wow. It's just, that whole thing is a reality show in itself, you know. But yeah, we just have a great time. So I definitely would love to do a show. Now, would I be on one of those shows? I mean, you know, I'm open to it. You know, I'm open to it to see, you know, how it would go. But yeah, I'm cool with it.
You know, speaking of the reality show, is it something? Well, you know what? Let me. You mentioned knowing your husband, and shout outs to your husband, Ryan. Am I saying that right?
Yes, Ryan.
shout outs to Ryan. Knowing him since, because I remember you telling us the story. You know how y'all met and family and all that kind of stuff. How and married now? How has that been? Because those are you kind of grow together.
Yeah.
In situations like that, or in a situation like that, how do you maintain the I don't know, I want to say the connection, or I mean, you know, because if you start out at 13, you're not the same at 20. You know what I mean?
No. Yeah.
And so
exactly.
how do you manage, or how did you all manage the growing pains, I guess, of relationship?
Yeah, it was a lot of them. A lot of growing pains, having a great support system. We went through a lot of counseling because, you know, sometimes you looking like, this isn't the person I fell in love with. Life happens, you know. After losing my mom, I can say I went into this shell. Don't ask me to cook. Don't ask me to do the things that I normally would do. And just having patience in the process was a big lesson. And knowing that, we're gonna be different. Who you fell in love with may not be who, I am still, I'm forever. Yeah, I'm growing, things change when you have children, time is different, circumstances in life can cause you to just become just different, and it wasn't a bad change that I went through either. It was good. And I know he appreciated it, but the process of becoming, it was days I was depressed in my room, didn't want to talk to him, locked the door. And I'm grateful for a great support system as well. People that hold us accountable. And, we have open communication. It's so key. You have to communicate. Because I'm very much, I keep my feelings inside, or I write a lot because I'm an artist, I'm a singer. So a lot of my feelings are on paper. I don't do well with talking. So, so that was a problem. So I had to learn to communicate and be honest. And so those are things that we did, but it's been a great journey.
It's one of those, like, if you want to know how I feel, go listen to track 7. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. Turn on track 13.
That's right. That's funny.
That's hilarious. This is true. That's what happens.
Yeah. Because like who you are in the process of it, the growth part is not always the prettiest and the fun part. You know what I'm saying? No. Because it's growing pains, not just for the other person, but for you as well. Because like, wait, I'm changing, and I feel like I know that I'm changing, and I don't know how to handle this change, but I can't stop it either. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's learning, and then also, learning how to experience life with someone else. And even the process, before I would just go to my room by myself, and now I'm just looking like I'm married. I have to consider
slide over.
Right. I have to consider someone else. Like,
right.
It's a struggle. It's a challenge sometimes, and now I have to consider 2 children, so it's a real life situation, and it's adjusting, but it's great when you come through it. It's great on the other side.
That's what's up. Now, if Nikea Marie was not rocking mics and rocking stages and singing for the Lord and inspiring people and all that kind of stuff, what would she be doing? What would her vocation or her occupation be?
I would be teaching, because that's what I was doing before. I was a teacher. I taught preschool, and my class was the Songbirds, because I would teach them songs. So my children, they gave me the students that it was hard for them to learn, because I was able to turn the learning into music. And it was just, I loved it. I loved them coming in and just like, I don't know ABCs, even the ABC song, they was, it still wasn't connecting. So I would create songs, and then I would make them based upon, each student. So one student, they like rap, so I would rap it. I would make a rap for them with certain things. When we do Spanish, I would create this song for, Spanish colors. It was really cool. I don't even know how I would come up with stuff, but I'm just always creating and thinking of unique ways of teaching and helping other students. So so they would come in back then, and one little girl, she just loved the song. I think it was Soulja Boy at one time. They would do Watch Me You,
right.
So she would come into class, but she didn't know the letter U, so I would have to try to help her, using that song. And her mom was so excited, like, oh my goodness, she got it. So it was just, it was a lot, but it was so much fun. So that's what I would be doing if I wasn't singing.
No, that's what's up. No, that's dope. That's dope, because one of the things that you hear about a lot in the news, online, social, whatever, is the teachers. Hard to, one, find teachers, and 2, teachers just complaining about how, or having issues with how the system, the public school or whatever systems are, that is, it's rough to be a teacher, but you got a heart for your kids and you want to do everything you can. Well, your shout outs to you.
Oh, thank you.
That's what's up.
Thank you.
So we got the song out, I Believe, IBELIEVE.
Yeah, that was the teacher. That was the teacher in me.
I felt that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The spelling. Yes, sir.
That's what's up. And that's also the hook of the song, I Believe in Me. And you got a video out. Shout outs to the 100K plus views. making it do what it do.
You know, every now and then, yeah.
No, little something. Little something. Right.
God is good with that. Yeah, I'm truly grateful for that. That video was a lot. I actually had miscarriage 2 weeks prior to shooting the video.
That.
Yeah, so I was just like, I'm not doing this video, and my husband was just like, you know, I feel like you should. You know, you have to keep going and keep, you know, pushing and and then it was like I told God, like, I didn't give birth to a natural child, but I did give birth to the dreams that you put inside of me and the vision, and I'm gonna go forth. And yeah, after the video shoot, I had my whole meltdown, but I was just grateful. I don't know where that strength came from. Actually, I know it was the joy of the Lord was my strength, and I chose to have joy even in the midst of it all. So to see the impact, I was just like, wow, like if you only knew what it took for me to get up to do it. So I'm just grateful for that.
Bless God for that. Yeah. So what's next? What's the next single? What's the next step? What's the next what's next on the horizon?
Yeah, I definitely want to get into movies. I want to do acting. I'm working on some entrepreneur things, fashion stuff, and you know, also like you said, the project's coming out. One of my favorites on the project is called Breathe.
Breathe, okay.
And there's another one called Good. So between one of those, we're in that meeting or having those conversations to see which one is gonna be released next. But it's a lot on the horizons. I know Breathe, some movie director actually was looking for a song for a movie, and I let him hear it, and he just said that's it. So, you know, we're working on that. And it's with Omar Epps and some other big stars in there. So I'm just like, you know, I'm just going with God. I don't know all that's coming, but I know it's going to be great. So I'm excited about it.
Well, congratulations on all the opportunities that's headed your way. I know that God is opening up many doors for you. And, you know, we already see it with the single, I Believe. And I know the project, what's the title of the project?
It's probably gonna be Breathe.
Okay.
That's the name of it. It's probably gonna be Breathe or I Believe in Me. We'll see, but you know, one of those two. But yeah, we'll see.
Gotcha.
We're voting. We're voting right now,
guys. and before I let you go, I want to leave it with, I guess, one of your famous sayings. You say, "Who can't?"
Yes, that's right. Who can't? Yes, you know, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So, you know, when people say you can't do something, I always say, who can't? You know, even my husband, like, I know you can't cook that. I'm like, who can't? I might not.
He might be using reverse psychology now.
He be trying it. He's like, right. Let me try this. So I'm like, don't do that. But no, that is the truth, though. You know, I was told so many things growing up, and yeah, you know, those things the enemy uses sometimes to mess with your head and your mind. And, you know, he can feed so many negative thoughts to you. But you know, I come back and say, who can? I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And I believe in me. So yes, that's my favorite saying.
That's because you unstoppable, man.
Yes, come on. You better
that's
bring
what's
it
up.
in.
I got to bring it in. You know what I'm saying?
Bring it in.
Full circle here. You know what I mean?
Yes, I love it.
So if people want to find out more about Nikea Marie, where do they go? Where do they log on to? How can they get in contact with you?
Yes, they can follow me on all social media at Nikea Marie, NikeaMarie. And they can DM me, you know, send me a message, and we can, you know, work it that way.
That's what's up. Well, once again, I just want to thank you for taking the time for hanging out with us and you know, sharing your world with us. Looking forward to the new project in the new year and just all the many things that, you know, God has in store. And I'm going to be in contact when it comes to this thing I'm talking about here in Atlanta.
Yes.
I love to have you come down and perform.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so grateful and thankful. I look forward to being there. Absolutely. Yes, sir.
It's your boy G-Wade holding it down, G-Wade Podcast, and I'm kicking it alongside with my man Deacon Dirty. Y'all know what it is. Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy G-Wade holding it down, and I want to thank you all for tuning into this episode of the G-Wade Podcast. Now, be sure to subscribe to this channel. Click that notification bell to stay up on all the latest videos and content that we post. And we just appreciate everything.
Oh, and don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Instagram at GWade Podcast. Tune in.